Hello and welcome back. Until now we have discussed the working of blockchain, the Ethereum, smart contracts, ERC standards and tokens. If you are just starting with your journey and new to all this, I know this is a lot for you, but just bear with me and you can still build your own dynamic NFT at the end of this course. Now this lesson is very important for you to proceed further in this course, as in this lesson we will see how the NFT actually works from the developer's point of view. That means we will explore every technical aspects of how NFT is created and can be identified. So we have already seen that you should develop a smart contract according to the ERC 721 standard in order to recognize your NFTs. This smart contract handles all the operations around the NFTs single-handedly. We will discuss all of its functions and their importance in the next lesson. For now, let's discuss the base to all of that. Each NFT has a unique owner. Here the owner defines the public key of an account. So whoever has the private key for that account will be considered as the owner of the account. This information of the owner will be saved in the smart contract itself. Also, the NFT token can be transferred to any other address with the help of transfer function. The NFT token is identified with two parameters. The first one is NFT smart contract address itself, and the second one is token ID. The token ID is a simple integer which is specified in the smart contract along with its owner. Now once you have deployed the smart contract, which is developed as per the ERC 721 standard, you will be able to mint any number of NFTs. So by far you should have understood that a single smart contract can hold multiple NFT tokens. So if the smart contract only defines the token ID, where is the actual digital asset stored? You know that we cannot store files like JPG, PNG, SVG on the smart contract or Ethereum blockchain. So how to identify the digital assets with just a token ID? This is where the metadata comes into picture. Along with the token ID, we will also specify the metadata resource to the NFT in the smart contract, which will ultimately point out the digital asset. Generally, this metadata and the file is stored off-chain using platforms like IPFS. So the complete process of minting NFT goes like this. You first upload the digital art on any cloud storage, then get its URL, then develop the metadata file in the JSON structure as per the ERC standard. This JSON file contains the URL pointing to the location of the file itself. Along with the URL, you can specify the number of properties or metadata which defines the NFT. And now this JSON file containing the metadata and the URL of the file is again uploaded to the IPFS or similar kind of platforms. So the overall idea is, each token identifier in your ERC 721 contract will have corresponding metadata URI that returns additional important information about the item, such as item's name, image, description, etc. To find this URI, we use the token URI method in ERC 721 smart contract. A simple example of this metadata structure is like this. Now let's see this with one example. So this is the OpenSea platform, which is basically a marketplace for NFT. You can find a dozen of NFT arts that are listed here. Let's search for Bored Ape collection since it's a very famous one. So this is the Bored Ape collection page and you can see the items that are listed in this collection. Let's see the first one in detail. As you can see, we have the token ID, the owner of this token, current price, and chance to make an offer. Below the NFT, we have some of its details, out of which the first one is its properties. Let's say its metadata. And then the token information such as the token contract address, token ID, the blockchain, token standard, and metadata state. Now remember, we have already discussed that for any NFT to be recognized, we need two things. First is smart contract and the second is its ID. Let's open the smart contract in the new tab and we are redirected to the Etherscan because that's where we find the deployed smart contracts. Here you can see all the transaction and contract details. Now let's click on the token ID, and now we are redirected to the IPFS site where the JSON file is stored. We have already discussed how this stack works, but let me remind you again. You cannot store the image on blockchain, so you upload it on IPFS storage, then copy its location and create another JSON file which contains the file location URL and some other metadata. Now again upload the JSON file on the IPFS and copy its location URL. Now the token ID and this JSON file, which includes the file location and metadata, are only stored on the blockchain using smart contracts. So now we have the JSON file containing the actual image location. Let's try to open this image in the browser and see if we can access that. That's it. So this is how the complete process works for an NFT. I think you might have a clearer idea of the technology stack behind the NFTs. So this was the complete story of working of NFT. In the next lesson, let's understand the ERC-721 smart contract in detail and mint our first NFT. See you in the next lesson.